a while. Today we're going to do a quick 10 minutes, just a little flow about for the shoulders and lower back. Just get rid of some of that extra tension you've been holding on to. So we'll do quick starting to the top of the mat, going in towards the feet. You can bring those hands to heart center, closing down the eyelids, unclenching your jaw, and just connecting in towards your breath. Inviting in your deep inhale that expands into every corner of your body. Pausing your breath just for a moment, and then releasing with your slow exhale. Just creating that rhythm of breath that releases tension through the body, releases tension through your shoulders, towards your lower back. And then simply allowing this breath to carry you through your practice, challenging yourself where it's needed, or relaxing where the body's asking you to. So your next inhale, we're going to sweep those hands all the way up overhead, reaching all the way through those fingertips. Creating length in towards your spine, open up in towards the shoulders. Then on an exhale, we're going to sweep those hands all the way back down by your side. On an inhale, sweeping those hands all the way up overhead, reaching it through those fingertips. Exhaling as you lower. Arms engaged, fingers spread wide. Inhaling to lift. And then exhaling as you lower. This time we're going to sweep those hands back behind. We're going to interlace through those fingers. We're going to extend those shoulders back, straightening through those arms. Just open up in towards the chest, towards the shoulders. And then from here on your exhale, we're going to slowly start to bend in towards the knees. We're going to drop the chest down towards the thighs, sweeping those hands up overhead. Continue to open up in towards the shoulders. Letting the chest melt in towards your thighs. And then keeping a clasp onto those hands. We're going to slowly start to shift the weight over towards that left foot, lift up that right heel. And then balancing on towards that left foot as you lift that right foot up. We're going to extend that right foot back. Then curling those toes under, slowly starting to lift. Lifting through the chest. And then your next exhale, we're going to rotate that back foot, lowering down that foot, coming in towards that warrior two stance. So bending in towards that left knee, pushing that left hip forward. And then your next exhale, we're going to slowly start to lower the chest over towards that left thigh. You can either just hug the chest towards the thigh, or if you need to for a little bit of support, you can lower the chest on towards the thigh. Extend those hands up overhead. Staying grounded in towards the feet. Maybe feeling a stretch in towards that left hip. Then your next inhale, we're going to slowly start to lift the chest, coming back up towards center. Then from here, we're going to let go of those hands. We're going to extend those hands out, come in towards that warrior two. And then when you're ready, we're going to rotate that back in the arms, making those adjustments, come back towards a crescent pose. Then on axle, we're gonna drop that right knee down towards the ground, uncurling those toes. We're gonna lower those hands onto heart center. Then either choosing to stay here or we're gonna drop that right elbow to the outside of that left knee. Just coming in towards that gentle twist. Open up in towards the chest, towards the lower back. Relaxing in towards your shoulders. And then from here, if you can, we're gonna stay in towards this twist. However, we're gonna test at that strength, in towards that left foot. We're gonna curl those right toes under, and then we're gonna slowly start to lifting up through that right knee, finding that crescent pose stance, keeping in that twist. Then again, from here, if you can, we're gonna bend in towards that right knee, slowly stepping that right foot forward, coming in towards that chair pose with a twist. Your next inhale, you can slowly start to unwind, coming up towards center. On an exhale, slowly folding forward. Inhaling to your halfway lift, flat back. Exhaling, fold forward. Inhaling to come all the way to standing, hands overhead. And exhaling, hands on heart center. Just taking a moment here, connecting in towards the breath. And then allowing this breath to take you in towards the other side as we even it out. Noticing where you need to challenge yourself or to make those little adjustments. So your next inhale, we're going to take those hands all the way overhead, reaching out through those fingertips. On an exhale, turn the palms down towards the ground, turn those hands by your side. Inhaling to turn the palms open, sweeping all the way up overhead. Exhaling as you lower. Inhaling to lift. And then your next exhale, slowly dropping down those hands. We'll interlace those fingers back in behind. Drawing those shoulders back, open up in towards the chest. And then when you're ready, bending in towards those knees, slowly lower the chest down towards the thighs, sweeping those hands up overhead. Letting the head and neck hang heavy. And then when you're ready, slowly shifting the weight over towards that right foot, starting to lift up that left heel. And then when you find that balance, lifting up that left foot. And slowly drawing that left foot back and then extending that foot all the way back, coming towards that crescent pose stance. Slowly drawing the chest up, keeping those arms extended back as you open in towards the shoulders a little bit further, adding in the balance. Your next exhale, we're going to rotate that back foot, coming towards that warrior two stance. Bending in towards that right knee to keep that right hip open. And then again, on your exhale, we're going to slowly start to lower through the chest. You need to rest in the chest on towards that right thigh or just hugging towards that right thigh. Keeping strength in towards the legs. Staying connected with your breath. And holding here for 3 more breaths, staying strong. Then staying grounded in towards feet, we're going to slowly start to lift through the chest. Coming back up towards center. And then letting go of those fingers, extending those hands in front, coming towards that warrior two stance. And then when you're ready, rotating that back front arms, making those adjustments, come back towards your crescent pose. Your next exhale, lowering that left knee down towards the ground, uncurling those toes, and then lowering your hands onto heart center. Choosing to stay here, or adding that twist, drawing that left elbow to the outside of that right knee. Pushing in towards that front hip to open up. Pressing that elbow in towards that right knee to open in towards the chest, towards your shoulders. Letting go of tension through the lower back. Maybe releasing tension in towards your neck. And then again, if you can, keep in a strong hold of this twist, or if you need to unwind to come up, that is okay too. We're gonna bend, we're gonna curl those left toes under, staying grounded in towards that right foot. We're gonna slowly start to lift that left knee up off the ground, coming towards that high lunge with your twist. And then staying strong in towards that right foot. We're gonna bend in towards that left knee, slowly starting to lift the left foot, coming up towards that chair pose, keeping that twist, keeping those hips low. Guarding in through the feet, pressing in towards the heels. Staying connected with your breath. Then your next inhale, you can slowly start to unwind. Exhaling to fold forward. And then from here, we're gonna grab onto opposite elbows, letting the head and neck hang heavy. And then from here, gently swaying from side to side. If you choose, releasing more tension through the lower back. Letting your head and neck hang heavy. And then coming back towards center, letting go of those elbows, letting the hands hang down towards the floor. Your next inhale, very slowly coming all the way up to standing, letting your head and neck be the last things to lift. And then just taking that moment as you scan in towards the body. And just taking that moment to realize how you're feeling. Then allowing this breath to carry you through the rest of your day, leaving behind any unwanted tension or stress. And just being reminded to take a moment to breathe. Sometimes we need that reminder, but it can be the most important reminder. So take that time where you need it. Namaste.